Hi, it's Kathleen from Bailey Academy, mama of 5, homeschooling 3 of them, ages 10, 12, and 16. Today I have a splitting migraine. You may not be able to tell because I'm used to them. But yeah, it's maybe a 7 out of 10, so I guess it's not fully splitting, but it's bad enough. The point is that I'm going to talk today about how to homeschool when you have migraines. Whether you have migraine maybe once a month, or you have migraines every single day, or anywhere in between, I have some tips for you. Okay, as I was saying, so what to do if you have migraines? Do you continue school? Do you just throw on a documentary, call it a day? These are my tips. So first of all, like I said, different people, some people have occasional migraines, some people have chronic migraines, which means 15 or more days a month, and some people have chronic daily migraine, like my daughter. Poor kid, always has a migraine, just depends on how, what level it's at. So first of all, some of these tips are going to be more so for the people who has an occasional migraine. If you have chronic migraines or chronic daily migraines, then you need to decide what level you're used to and can manage school, and what level you need to do one of these things. Because obviously, if you have daily migraines or 15 days a month even, you can't do no school every single time you have a migraine. That was actually the main reason, or one of the main reasons, why I didn't continue homeschooling after I homeschooled preschool in 2008-ish or so. We decided to try preschool, and if we liked it, continue with kindergarten and on. But the reason why we didn't continue, the main reason, was because I got migraines all the time, as well as other things, and I wasn't sure what to do, because you can't just decide, well, I was thinking, you can't just decide not to school because you have a migraine. I didn't really understand at the time that you don't need to do it every single day from 8 or 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. I didn't really get that, but still, you can't take off every time you have a migraine. But migraines were also newer to me. Now I've had them for so long that I can do more with, say, whatever level, say it's a level 6 migraine, I can do more with a level 6 migraine than I could have done many years ago. So if you're new to migraines, this will be a little harder for you. But if you've had migraines for a while, this will be easier because you know yourself and you know what level you can function. Everybody's functionable level is different. I'm able to function up to a 7. Maybe you can only function at a 5. Maybe you can function at a 9. Who knows? Everybody's different. So, like I said, these ideas are more for those that have an occasional migraine. Use these. And if you have chronic migraines, then use these for the days that are worse. So the first one is, of course, you can just skip the day. As long as it doesn't happen too often, there's nothing wrong, especially if your children are younger, with skipping a day. And if your children are older, they tend to work more on their own anyway, depending on how you homeschool, which case, for me, my teenager could do school on her own. The younger two, could take the day off. But yeah, skip the day is an option. You're the homeschool teacher. You're able to decide what is right for your family. So if you think that's right for your family, skip the day. That could just mean, literally, it's like a free day, and everybody can do what they want. Or if you're afraid of kids being on electronics all day, then you play outside if it's a nice day where your kids are old enough to play on their own. Go play outside, and then for a couple hours and come back in, and then you can do your own thing. The second option is to throw on a documentary. So you can just pick from any, what's the word I want, streaming device that you have, whether it's, Disney Plus or Netflix or whatever. Also, YouTube has lots of documentaries, and of course, YouTube is free as long as you have internet access. What was that? Hold on a second. Sorry about that. My cat was stuck somewhere. I got it. She's free. Okay. Moving on. So where was I now? Documentary. Yes. So pick a documentary. Your child can pick the subject, especially if you only have one, or you can pick a subject that's related to what you've been learning about. We're learning about magnetism in science right now, so I could see if I can find a magnetism documentary. Put on more than one if they're not as long. Put on longer ones. Let the younger kids, play while they watch, or color, or do puzzles while they watch. If they're not ones that can, stay focused long enough, you can do that. Older ones are required to stay there. You don't have to quiz them. You don't have to ask questions unless you feel up to it. In fact, they don't recommend quizzing them. Let them enjoy the documentary. The other option is if you have computer games. What I mean by that is not like learning games. So there's free websites that have learning games, or if you have a subscription to, I know people have Night Zookeeper. I've never used that. Or Epic for reading. What are the other ones called? I cannot think of them at the moment, but you know what I mean. There's subscription websites, ABCYA for younger kids, things like that. Reading Eggs. So let them use those on tablets or computers, especially if you have enough devices for everybody. If not, swap out. You guys play, you guys do your learning, you guys play, you guys do learning. Not that they don't. I did this because, of course, they learn while they play too. Another option is to have a readathon. Everybody grabs books, from the toddlers' board books up to your own books that you would normally read. Of course, you don't have to read because you have a migraine, but you know, up to the teenagers, unless, or if you can do an audiobook with a migraine. Sometimes I did that. But absolutely, mom or dad does not need to participate if they have a migraine. Grandma, whoever does the schooling. So everybody else needs to read, and you know, if you say you're mom and you have the migraine, you can lay down on the couch with your eyes closed and an ice pack on your head while everybody's reading around you, so you can make sure that they're all keeping on task. And you know, it'd be great, like during, again, not expecting it necessarily to happen all day. Depends on how old your kids are. The older your kids, the longer they can read, take breaks for meals and for running around outside. But you know, younger kids are not expecting toddlers to look at board books for 7 hours. Well, who does school for 7 hours? But you know what I mean. They're not going to sit still for even an hour to look at board books. But you know, do what you can. Get the older ones reading, and then you only have to take care of the younger ones. And you know, hopefully you have older ones or a spouse or someone that's there to help you. If not, yeah, you know, I've been there, home alone with the kids and got a migraine. Got to take care of the kids. It's something you got to do. All right, so after the readathon, the next one is kind of a fun idea, just popped in my head. So design a migraine treatment for mom or dad or grandma, whoever. I'm just going to say mom because I'm the one that has good migraines. So again, this depends on the age of your child, can depend on what level they're going to be at, what they can do. But I'm thinking they could draw, they could write, they could do both. They could build Legos or a Minecraft, whatever you allow. They need to design a treatment for migraines that doesn't already exist. And then, like I said, either draw, maybe with labels, or draw and write, or just write, depending on their age and what you want from them. And then at the end of the day, they need to explain to you what they built or designed and how it works and how it would help your migraine. So I just thought that would be a cute idea. Clean house for mom or whatever day. So, you know, the house always needs cleaning. When you have a migraine, that's the last thing you want to do. Cleaning the house is not putting your kids to do chores that are yours. Kids live in the house, they need to do the chores too. And yes, normally you would help with them, but you currently have a migraine. So prop yourself up on the couch with an ice pack and some Tylenol, whatever migraine pill, whatever you take for your headache, and guide them, you know, especially the younger kids. Older kids, you may be like, okay, go clean that room. They might be able to do it. But most kids need direction. Even older kids, especially if they're neurodivergent. So you might be like, all right, Amy, you know, wipe the fridge down. Then come back to me and tell me, and I'll tell you what the next thing is. You know, why did Hortense come into my head? That's not a name that I normally think of. Jake, I don't know. I cannot think of names today. Can you go vacuum the floor in the living room? I don't know. Mary, nobody even names their kid Mary anymore. Mary, can you go fix the books on the bookshelf? You know, so on. My point, you get my point anyways, even if I can't spit it out. And then have your children come back to you, and you can be the, okay, now do this, okay, now do this, okay, do that, this. Make sure that you are praising them so that they feel eager and helpful. Especially the younger kids, they tend to not do as good a job, but they feel more eager and want to help. So that's always helpful. And what else? I also have use your mom's day off plan. So if you are new to this channel, you may not know this, but I made a mom's day off plan, which I've shared in a couple videos, but I will link below in the description, the video specifically where I talk about it. And basically it's just a list of what they're going to do on a day that I cannot do school, whether I'm in the hospital or I'm ill or whatever it is. Like, if, again, I have lots of migraine. Hold on. Sorry about that. There's a phone. It may ring again, so I might pause you again. I keep losing where it was. The mom's day off plan. So you use it and you have, you know, on mom's day off, you have to watch a 20-minute documentary, I think it says, and write a paragraph about what you learned, and they can pick their own documentary. They know where they're allowed to go. You know, play outside for 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever it says. Read for 20 minutes. Again, the older kids have like longer. So like this is my younger one, has like 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes. The older kids are for longer, that sort of thing. Anyways, it's not a full day of school, but it's enough to count. And the point of it is because I had lots of health issues, if I had to go to the hospital and I was in the hospital for a week, they would have something they could do for the week. Or yeah, if I just have a really bad migraine or other pain issues and I can't do school, I have that in place. So I recommend you get that in place if you have lots of health issues, whether they're migraines or otherwise. All right, if you're working through working your normal day with a migraine anyways, because you have too many migraines and you just can't do something special for every day. You just got to do your work, or you just prefer to continue doing your work as best as you can. I like to institute these suggestions. So there's a low volume rule. Of course, I have trouble with the kids paying attention to that and remembering that. Oh, I forgot. But everyone needs to talk more like this and not like this, right? Low volume rule. Dim the lights, wear sunglasses if that helps with your light sensitivity. Earplugs can help with the sound sensitivity, especially if they have trouble with the low volume rule, or you have little toddlers who don't really understand what you're saying. Ice pack the back of the neck, or if you're having trouble like keeping an ice pack on while you're sitting up. I don't have one yet, but I would love one. They have ice pack helmets, so it's like a winter hat type thing that you put over your head, and it has ice packs in it. And does your whole head. I really want one so bad. And do a lighter load. You don't have to do everything. Figure out what to you is the most important. Is it math and language arts? Is it science and history? Whatever program or curriculum is more important to you, get those done first. And if you feel like doing more, do more. But don't worry about it. It's okay to skip some things. And start later so your meds can work. So if you wake up, you take your meds, drink some water, whatever you normally do to help ease your migraine. Wait a little bit longer until those have kicked in to start school. So I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments if you have migraines and you homeschool, and if you have any tips that I didn't mention, or if you want to use any of my ideas, or you don't like one of my ideas, just let me know. I love to have a conversation. I don't want this to be a one-way, you listen to me only. I want to talk about it. So let me know in the comments. I hope your migraines go away. They are not fun, but we got to do what we got to do. So I hope this helps somebody. And a lot more content coming soon. So have a great day.